Hello, guys, and welcome back to the D's Don't Get Degrees podcast.
My name is Jessica.
My name is Dominic, and we're back. Episode 13. Let's get
13.
it. Woo!
Unlucky number 13.
Well, this is probably just the week we get canceled. That's all.
They revoke our internet privileges.
Yep. I mean, I've been waiting for it to happen, and it's going to happen to somebody. So with my type of luck, it probably will be this. All right, so kind of excited for this episode, and I think y'all will it'll all make sense by the end. But this episode is the first episode in our first ever real little mini series that we're calling the Spoopy Spectacular Show.
Yeah.
So
clever. Good title. Right? It's a good one.
This is the first part to that little mini series. But basically what we're going to do is, since me and Jessica both are just in love with Halloween, we love
some Halloween hoes.
For sure.
We throw that ass back for a pumpkin. A good old round pumpkin. Bitch.
You don't want to know what I'll do for some candy. You don't want to know. But
some candy corn.
You playing. I love candy corn to death. But yeah, this will be the first part to a 4-part series we're going to do that's going to conclude the week of Halloween, where we're just going to we're going to make the episodes kind of like Halloween-ish themed, more or less. Like, you'll see when they all come back. By the end of it, come November, you'll see all of them together. You'll go back and watch them. You'll be like, you know what? They were geniuses. They were goddamn geniuses. But for the moment, though, this is just part 1. So let's get it going. But first, our weekly catch-up.
Right. So I don't really remember what my horoscope was last week.
You were supposed to. I got you. Don't worry. I'm only gonna remind you, so that you can eat crow. Because I also have to too. No big deal.
Right.
But you pretty much were supposed to get together with friends on the weekend. I don't remember if it was just the weekend or if it was Sunday in general. But get together with friends and close ones and plan, make plans and plan out your future more or less.
Right.
Which
halfway there.
I'll give you a pass on that. Right. Because you did them, but at different times, not together. You did hang out with friends on the weekend.
Uh-huh.
And we did make some cool plans.
Today,
we made some plans.
Monday is basically part of my weekend.
It's just the end of the weekend.
Yeah, it's just the end of the weekend.
The weekend part 4, no big deal.
Yeah.
So congratulations, you did it.
Okay.
Cool.
I also wanted to add, because I guess it's overdue. It was part of my horoscope the week before. I was supposed to go on a date.
Yeah.
Didn't do it that week, but I did do it this past week.
Look at you putting yourself out there, getting it.
Let's go. Yeah. If anyone remembers from last week's episode, I had a little crush. I have a little crush. Not
his name is
totally cool with
I'm kidding.
how I'm feeling about it lately. It's okay. I'm working through it. But I went on a date. I went on a little date and it was cute. I don't want to say what we did because that would be too obvious in case he is listening. And I want to remain an aloof ass bitch.
I get it for sure. If you're listening out there, you don't know who you are. But well, I guess he would know who he is.
I mean, if you're listening, are you really? He
knows who he is.
I could have had a couple of dates.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
I didn't. I had one. It was just, if you saw me this past week, it was you. You're my crush. Yeah. You know who you are.
Don't spoil it in the comments. Don't do it. Don't type in the comments and be like, it was me. That'd be crazy.
Or just everyone do it, and then it's
literally
a game of mystery.
Say it's me, and then you can play a game. So if you're listening to this, seriously, if you're listening to this, especially on YouTube, okay, go in the comments and spam it's me. Yeah. Everybody just do it.
Yeah. Oh, I went on a date with Jessica. I took her da.
Yep. So then we can play a guessing game of who it really was. It'd be great. But the only way it'll work
that would be funny. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna do it, but it'd be funny if they did.
I make a bunch of different accounts just to me.
I was about to say I'll do it, but it's not.
Wow, that'd be what a twist.
I'll do my own personal account so nobody will know.
So yeah, I kept up with the horoscope.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go on a date this week and I didn't because I had a good old case of don't feel like leaving the house that much this week. So I just wasn't feeling it, I don't know. If I would have went on a date, it wouldn't have been my best. It would have been one of those situations of she's like, man, this guy's kind of like imagine being on a date with someone who's just kind of sitting there zoned out with his eyes big as shit because he's not focused on the date. He's just stressed out about everything else. He's just disassociating right in front of your eyes. That wouldn't be a very fun day, So, and that was like half of my social interactions this week. Every time I went somewhere, I was just like,
right.
And it was like, hey, dude, are you still here? It was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. No, wasn't fine. But yeah, so when I'm feeling better, I'll go on my date. Yeah. Sorry, horoscope, but you know, I just gotta.
It's okay. Cosmo understands.
I'm sure. I hope so.
It's okay. That was it though for the week.
Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot.
Yeah,
not
kind
really.
of a slow one.
It is what it is.
But anyways, as we had previously mentioned, the Spoopy Spectacular Show commences as of right now.
Yep, yeah. I'm very excited.
Officially.
And I guess the first topic is literally directly related to Halloween. Is
Halloween movies.
Yes, our top 3 Halloween movies. Shoot. What you
got? Well, first, let's get the one that we both have in common, which is the ever so classical Hocus Pocus.
It's just so good. I don't know.
That's Carrie, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah,
the hot one.
It's just great. And I remember thinking she was kind of hot when I was young. Yeah. Even though she in her like weird witch makeup, I was like, she's great.
And, like super blonde, white hair. Yeah.
But when I was like really young, I was actually kind of scared of it for like a while. Like the movie kind of. It was because the idea like these 3 like crazy witches or whatever, they were like kind of scary. I was like, ugh.
I remember I used to think it was kind of hot. Not the witches part, but I don't know if you remember. So there's this specific used to be a little freak even as a kid. There's a specific scene where they think that they've defeated the witches. Yeah. They think that they've burned them. And so they head back to the guy's house and they're like chilling, and then one of them is like, for whatever reason, they head to the kitchen, the older 2, the like older high school kids, to grab salt. And she's like reading the salt, and they're about to kiss, but then the witches show up.
Yeah.
And
you thought that was...
I remember thinking like, that's hot. I like if I was being like chased down by witches, I'd want a boo thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like everything, no matter what you're going through.
I was here for that romantic subplot.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also the guy from the very beginning of that movie, like the one that is the cat, like you see him at the beginning, hot. That guy was hot.
I'm not remembering off the top
He's in
of
like
my
a
head.
white like shirt, like flowy shirt, because it's set in like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not the present, like super past.
Could be 90s, could be 60s. Like, we don't know. Like,
no, maybe like 20s.
Really? Was it supposed to be that early?
They hang them. It's during like, presumably during like the witch trials. Like,
oh, that's
when the
movie
movie
starts.
Of the movie.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were talking about the whole movie.
No,
I was like,
when the movie starts, and the guy that they see that
Yeah.
watches them, that guy, and he gets turned into a cat.
Gotcha. Yeah. No.
Hot.
That is the very, very
That
beginning.
guy's hot.
You're right. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking about
You're
the
like,
whole
could
movie.
be 60s.
I was thinking about the whole movie. I was like, it's just ambiguously like before, but not like that far. Like there's still.
No, yeah. Yeah, Hocus Pocus is a good one.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like they play it everywhere repeatedly around
sure.
like October.
Yeah, you'll find it. If you're looking for it, you'll find it.
You've probably already seen it. Come on. If you're like,
if you haven't seen Hocus Pocus, what are you doing? Like, do you not like feel good movies? Because I mean, it doesn't feel great. It's actually, like I said, kind of scary, but like, no, it's not. It's just really scary as a kid.
And then there's that song, "I Cast a Spell on You."
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
And the mom has like the Madonna boobs. So good.
You know, I remember seeing that when I was like maybe teenage years, and I was like, yeah,
that's hot.
I'm kind of into it. Yeah, not gonna lie.
A lot of sexual tension in Hocus Pocus.
For sure, for no real reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Do you have one on your list? We just had our top 3. We didn't want to do the most.
Yeah.
There's some honorable mentions out there.
If I think of some other honorable mentions, I'll throw them out. But
yeah.
My next one isn't necessarily. So mine isn't top 3 Halloween movies. It's just like if I had to pick something to watch for Halloween.
Like, your top movies during Halloween. Yeah.
They're not even all movies. Like the next thing on my list is It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Just because
that's cute.
If I can't even express how much I love Charlie Brown and like all the specials for every holiday. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween. They do like a New Year's one. They do a couple of just random episodes in the summer. Like I love them all. They're so good. And I think they started doing like some other ones a couple years ago. Some really like so I think they have 2 Halloween ones up now. One of them is a Great Pumpkin. That's the old like classic one, you know, where Linus believes in it. It's a great pumpkin, and everybody's like, Linus, you're a fucking idiot. Like, there's no such thing as a great pumpkin. Well, that's basically Lucy, his sister. And I forgot
That's
what the
word
other
for word the dialogue.
You're a fucking idiot. Linus. What the fuck? Yeah.
um,
That's why I love it though. It's so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish the Great Pumpkin was real. That'd be cool. Because the story, Legend of the Great Pumpkin is, he comes and he's kind of like Santa Claus for some reason, but for Halloween, like he brings you like gifts and grants wishes and cool little like, it's a magical little thing. Halloween's already magical enough, but if a Great Pumpkin exists,
spoopy magical,
that'd be great.
That's a good one. Mine, I guess in the same realm,
yeah,
but a little older, is if you were a Disney kid or if you even lightly fucked with Disney.
You know how old these Charlie Brown cartoons are? They're pretty fucking old.
What I meant, okay. I meant to say older as in I wasn't like, I was
you
older.
Were older. I was like,
yeah, like I didn't watch this movie when I was like a kid,
okay.
you know? That's what I meant. I didn't mean like the movie's older.
I was like, Charlie Brown's pretty
a little
old,
older
bro.
as in I was a little older.
That's funny. Okay.
In my teens, probably.
What you got?
Halloween Town. All of them. There's 5 of them.
Agreed.
All of them hot fire. Watch them all back to back. I know they changed the actress, but that's okay because she I don't know. She's probably asking for too much money or something. I don't know.
Or maybe she was just old because they did it for so long. Maybe she was just a little older.
She was like in her 20s.
I don't know. Maybe she was a little older than she was. I don't know. But that was. I agree. Like I used to watch those with my mom every year. Like Halloween Town was so good.
It still holds up. That first one is still good.
And that's another one. When I was a kid, actually freaked me out a little bit. Not scared, but it freaked me out a little bit because the thing is the first one specifically. Because I forgot who it is, but it's like there's like a monster thing or whatever that's like he's in a theater and he's like looks like he's flying with the face. That face like freaked me out. I was like, oh dude, that's I don't like that. It didn't like scare me. It was just very unsettling. I was like,
to be fair, in the second movie, what was his name? Calabar's Revenge. That guy, he comes back in the second movie and he's like, now they're not in Halloween Town, they're in the like human realm.
Yeah. And
his plan is like everybody's in costume at this party, and at midnight everybody has to stay in their they physically
I remember
can't
they can't take
off
off their costumes.
That was scary to me for whatever reason. Because the mom I think was a frog and she like literally can't take off her mask.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh my fucking God, can you imagine if you just had a frog on your face?
I was about to say if you're at a Halloween party and you're dressed up and you can't take off your costume, what are you stuck as now?
Exactly. I mean, I was a cat for so many years.
You would have been a cow?
Cat.
Oh, cat. I heard cow. I was like,
no,
why did your parents dress you as a cow? That's so big.
Because I was fat. This is their way of like.
Hussy.
No,
a cat. So you just grew a tail. That wouldn't have been that bad. You would look like a little like kawaii anime girl, like with the ears and just go full on with it.
No, but then she turns into like an actual frog.
You would have been an actual cat, like the kid from
I guess
Hocus
like
Pocus.
The kid from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
This all comes back to that kid. Damn.
Yeah, you would have just been an actual cat. I would have took care of you, fam. It's cool. I got you.
Yeah, Halloween Town holds up. Do you remember any of like the
later ones? No,
yeah.
I guess the memories that stand out to most are like the early ones because there's 1 and 2 with Calabar. I remember that scene like from the party.
Yeah.
I remember this like the skeleton guy, like the taxi driver skeleton guy from like around town.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was just weird to me. I was like,
yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so everyone, I don't know about everybody, but most people probably know who Charlie Puth is. He like
Charlie Puth. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we know.
Unnecessary.
We're aware.
He broke up Lil Xan and Noah Cyrus's relationship with his humongous porn star dick.
Freaking homewrecker, why don't you?
Anyways, so Halloween Town, right?
He was in Halloween Town?
Basically. No. So do you remember?
I was like, no.
Do you remember the first movie? Or I think maybe, no, it has to be the first one and probably the second one, but the first one for sure. There's a kid in the town who he kind of hits on her. He's like the bad boy. He has red hair.
Yeah.
Does he not look a little bit like Charlie Puth?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen Halloween Town in like a couple years, so
he kind of looks like him. I promise you. Look up whoever that kid is, whatever his name is, and put them side by side. They look similar.
Okay, I'm gonna Google that. Literally, the kid from Halloween Town versus Charlie Puth. Do they look alike? I'm gonna Google that and
Google's gonna be like, yeah, kinda.
Yeah, that's literally. Yeah, kind of like.
They kind of look alike. That's kind of mean because it's like in the nose, but I mean, that guy was kind of cute, so it's not that disrespectful.
Oh, I remember now because it's the kid who like he acts like that because he's secretly ugly, and then he's secretly ugly, and
no
eventually comes
Charlie
out
Puth.
he has a. I'm just being that's the plot of the movie. So
Yeah, he
yeah,
has like
in the movie Charlie Puth is secretly ugly, and eventually that's why he acts all cool and bad, whatever, you know. And then eventually it comes out and they show his real face, and his nose is big as fuck, like.
Right.
It's gigantic.
I think it's also in the eyes. Like, I don't think it was just a nose, but
I remember that big nose. Does it look kind of like a witch's nose? Like what you would imagine?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it could
yeah,
poke
yeah,
somebody in the eye. Like the nose was huge. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, they look alike. Charlie Puth was in Halloween Town.
Except he didn't have an excuse. Well, did he? So you saying he just like kept the makeup on? That's why he looks like that? Like, why is Charlie Puth's nose really big like that?
No.
I'm just kidding. I know. I'm just being mean.
No. Damn, he's gonna come for me.
Why did you bring this on me, Jessica? I thought we were
After
friends.
his Lil Xan scandal, I had the audacity.
I mean, it's his fault. Like, don't be a homewrecker.
It wasn't okay. Okay, you're like Lil Xan. You believe that was really him. You're like, yeah, fuck no, Cyrus. How could she break his heart?
I mean, he does. He's in pretty good shape. It looked kind of like him.
I hate you so much. Dominic has seen exactly one concert where Charlie Puth ends up taking off a shirt, and now he thinks he knows like the anatomy of this kid.
I mean, I don't know.
He knows what his penis looks like.
I don't know about that. I'm just judging by
Covered
six
by
pack.
an eggplant.
I've seen.
He didn't have a six pack.
He had somewhat of a six pack, a little something.
Yeah, but that picture was like an actual male porn star.
Okay.
It's just good lighting.
Tomato. It's all about the angles.
Okay. Do you want to give up your third one?
Yes, I'll give up my third one. My third one is a movie franchise. And when I say this, don't come for me because I haven't seen all of them. I'm not going to be able to quote it or whatever. It's just if I have to pick like, I was thinking about like scary movies, right? And if I have to pick like a franchise that I kind of like the most out of all of them, I'm kind of going to go with Nightmare on Elm Street. And I haven't seen all of them, like whatever, nothing crazy about that. I can't quote the movies or nothing. But I just think about the concept of it, right? Like there's a monster that's so terrifying because he keeps you up, like that lack of sleep. Like, so if you don't know, Freddy Krueger is the main, like, whatever, right?
Right.
He's kind of scary looking. He has like a million like warts and ugly crap on his face. He just looks like a really
sweater though, and a little
that sweater is
sassy hat.
disgusting. I don't know what you're talking about. And that hat
like
is bummy. But yeah,
What?
he has a bummy hat on, bummy ugly sweater, like red and green striped sweater on. He looks like somebody's like really just ugly uncle. His face looks really, really just like burnt up, but also a million pimples, and it's just nasty. It's kind of red and crinkly and old.
We all go through a little bit of acne.
Yeah, no, you're right,
Should
but
not be quite as judgmental.
I didn't say anything about acne or pimpled. I just say like bumped up. I said the word bump. Okay. Like bumps.
He can't have scars. You don't know where he got them. From his own hands, right? He has like...
He has claw. Oh yeah,
right.
That's the main thing. On his right hand, he has this. It's almost like, imagine if Wolverine, instead of like 3 or 4 little claws, they were his like fingers. Mm-hmm. His whole hand, his fingers were that, and it was his whole hand instead of 3 or 4. That's him. He has like an entire like 5 of them, and so he kills you with that, presumably. But he doesn't really exist, or does he? That's the whole thing throughout the course of the movies. You don't really know if he's real or not, but he's kind of real because when he comes after you, he comes after you when you're asleep. So you're not going to see him in real life at all, like whatever.
Right.
But when you're asleep, he's there and he like creates this nightmare for you, and then eventually Nightmare on Elm Street, and then eventually he catches you and he kills you in your dream. But if you actually die in your dream, you actually die like in real life. Yeah. So it's a whole thing. So he like terrorizes these kids and keeps them awake. And you know, when you're awake for too long, like 24, 48, 72, like however many hours, like a million hours in a row, you know, you start getting delusional, you start like really tripping out. It's a bad thing, and then eventually you die anyway. So I just think the concept of that monster is probably one of the most terrifying things ever, which is funny because like the actual movie, if you watch it, it's not like, even as a kid I was like, this isn't really scary. He just looks kind of goofy, like what, you know. But the actual concept of that is terrifying. Like if you die in your dream, you really die, and he's coming after you every night when you go to sleep. So like, I don't know, what do you do? Not even every night. If you take a nap during the day, there, like you're done. You know, like and I couldn't live without my naps.
Napping. Yeah.
Exactly.
Damn.
I don't know. So that's terrifying to me. But yeah, that whole like series of movies is pretty cool.
All right.
What you got for your third?
My third one is similar. It's not a Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little gem called House of Wax.
I've heard good scary things about it, but I've never watched it. Probably because I heard it was really scary. So
you probably heard that from me. It's not that scary. It's okay. So the reason I really like it is because I remember distinctly watching it when I was a kid at night, and there's a scene in the movie where the characters, it's like one of those, okay, so the character's like looking in a mirror, and then in the mirror he can see obviously himself, but also the window that's behind him, and he sees something in the window in the mirror. But then when he turns to look at the window, it's gone.
What?
Right. Okay. So that doesn't sound that scary.
No, I mean, they put it in every scary movie ever, so it has to be pretty scary.
Right. The issue was I watched this movie, and then I remember the way my bathroom was set up at the time, it was the same setup. Like where my mirror was, there was a window behind it. And I remember brushing my teeth and thinking like, if I see something in this fucking window, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah.
And it made my bathroom so scary for me for a really long time. It was just the idea of like the exact same thing, like the exact same positioning, whatever. It's good. The premise is like, so there's these kids who are going to go see a football game, and they get stuck on the way there in traffic. They decide to camp out to like avoid the traffic. And then when they wake up ready to like hit the road again, one of the cars isn't working, and they're kind of out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, that sucks.
But they realize that they passed up like a town not that far back, so they decide to walk back there. I don't know why they didn't take a car, because they had 2 cars. I'm not sure. They decide to walk back to the town. It looks like a normal ass like bumfuck nowhere town. Like one, little repair shop, and it looks like there's not any people, but it's a Sunday, so they go and like they go to the church, and there's people sitting in the church, and like the priest is like can y'all, like, you're interrupting, so they like come back out and they wait, and then he comes out and he's like, what can I help you guys with? And he happens to be the guy that also runs the like car maintenance place. I know.
Okay.
But as it turns out, no one lives in this town other than the fake priest and his brother.
Oh.
Everything else is made of wax.
That's creepy.
Including the house that they live in. Is a house made of wax. And they were twins that were born like joined at the head.
Aww.
And they separated them, and the twin that you see, the priest, like came out okay from the surgery, and the other twin came out deformed. And so he grew up his whole life like kind of being like the
That's sad. Yeah.
But they're killers. Like, so whoever comes through the town, they like kill them, cover them in wax, and then position them throughout the town.
Oh, that's so creepy.
It's really good. Paris Hilton is in it, and she dies a pretty like good death, like a pretty gory death.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Yeah. Movie's old as hell. Yeah.
It is really old. You know that guy from A Cinderella Story?
Sure.
Chad something.
I don't know.
With Hilary Duff.
I know Cinderella Story.
You know the guy.
Watch it.
Well, okay. What? Okay. Well, he's in it, guys. He's in it,
yeah.
and his sister is this really pretty redhead.
Okay.
But because they're like 2 really attractive guys, like they're in their 20s, but we're supposed to believe they're teenagers. And they're like really, really attractive.
Oh, this is my Cinderella Story, or
yeah, the guy from the Cinderella Story, and then this redhead girl.
From
I don't know where the fuck she's from.
She's also in House of Wax.
Yeah, they're in this movie, but they're meant to be brother and sister. The whole point was whatever. Oh my God, Sam, Dean from
Supernatural.
He plays Dean in Gilmore Girls. What does he play in Supernatural? Dean.
Literally. I mean, no, trust me. I watched Gilmore Girls. I didn't watch Supernatural, but I know that's like a weird coincidence.
He's in this movie too.
Well, I hope I'm right. I hope his name's not like Charlie or something. I feel stupid, but I'm pretty sure his name's Dean in Supernatural.
Yeah, but anyways, Cinderella Story dude and the redhead are supposed to be brother and sister, but they're both so hot that I used to think like
they were dating.
They fucking or what?
Because they're just too. You got a group. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
They're
you
just
got
too
a group,
attractive. And
yeah,
then like
you got a group
at
of
one
like.
point he like gives her his shirt because she gets herself all dirty, and I was like,
brother and sister. Yeah, my sister just be stuck out. Like, girl, shoot, ain't nobody tell you to wear that.
There was just a little too much sexual attention. You
yeah,
know, when like, oh my god, do you know of this thing called like, I don't know what it's called, but I remember it was such a big like thing on the internet a few years back. This Folgers commercial. No.
I'm not sure. No.
The incest Folgers.
No.
Commercial.
What?
Okay. Oh
That's,
my god. What a throwback. No, it's not ew. I mean nothing. Okay. Folgers. Am I saying that right? The coffee?
Probably. I don't drink coffee, but probably
the red one.
Yeah, Folgers. I think. Yeah.
So there's this commercial where it's like so this man. He looks like maybe like in his 20s.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be coming back home from college, and he has like his backpack on, and it's really like snowy, and he's like going up to the house, and he gets inside the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he smells the coffee like roasting, and his little sister, who looks like she's a teenager, is awake, and she's like, "Oh, you're back," and she's in the kitchen with him, and there's this moment where he's like, yeah, and he smiles at her, and they're really close really to one another,
yeah.
And it's like so obvious that these are actors who are maybe into each other that they can't even play off being brother and sister. And then he says something like, I don't know, I don't even know what the lines were, it's been so long, but yeah, the Folgers commercial, I remember thinking like,
I remember hearing about that, but I don't remember it like
go by,
because I remember hearing like that's a thing, but I don't remember off the top of my head. This one, but yeah, like which director did that and was like, "This is good."
Yeah, they look like they were like 2 inches away from kissing each other.
That's wild.
And they're supposed to be brother and sister.
That's wild. Heck no.
Yeah, and he's like, it looks like he's flirting with her, and she's like into it, because it's like obviously these are two like strangers. Like if they find each other attractive, I don't know. It was weird.
They sound like not that good actors either, though. Like you can't play it off for like 5 minutes for a little 30-second commercial.
Look it up though, like Folgers incest commercial. It was funny.
Yeah, then clear your browser history.
Yeah, I wonder if you just looked up Folgers commercial.
Would that be Folgers the top
Christmas commercial? I have a feeling it would be one of the top videos.
That's hilarious.
Because what else would people be looking that up for?
Speaking of Christmas commercials, great segue, Jessica. Today we thought it'd be fun as like a cool first part to the Spoopy Spectacular Halloween show. I messed that up. The Spoopy Spectacular Show. Sorry. As a first part, not only we talk about Halloween movies, but we just have a cool conversation about holidays. Because in general, we just like holidays anyway. Like for me, they give me like the next cool thing to look forward to. Like. When life beats me down often, like really often, I'm like, you know what? It's fine because I got this holiday to look forward to. So, let's just go about it. Let's just talk about it. I'll start it off. Halloween's coming up, and Halloween's pretty awesome. That's probably number 2 on my list easily. As I'm getting older, it's moving to around number 3 because the last couple of years I've actually done some really fun stuff for New Year's. So New Year's is kind of climbing its way up. Okay. So we'll see if New Year's is like.
That's funny. I don't think I've ever thought of New Year's as a holiday.
I do because it's lit.
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's probably not really, but a lot of people also don't believe in Halloween as like a holiday either. You know what I mean?
Those people are
religious. Yeah. They're literally religious. That's the thing.
I wasn't gonna use that nice of a word, but okay.
They're religious. That's why I stopped you. That's why I cut it. I was like, they're religious.
People of faith.
For sure. I'm religious too, but I mean, and I don't. I just like drinking and eating candy on Halloween. What can I say? But no, Halloween for me is pretty fun because it's like a lot of those cool movies and TV shows we talked about earlier. And there's also like I love candy. And as an adult, I've refrained myself from buying too much candy throughout the year, like all the time. Like I try not to go crazy on the candy like I did when I was in high school. But Halloween, I go wild. I go all out. And I've actually done some pretty cool, like fun stuff for Halloween. Yeah. Like I've thrown maybe 3, maybe 2, and I'm forgetting. I don't remember, but a total of probably 2 to 3 like really, really fun, like big Halloween house parties. I've also like done something for Halloween almost every year for like the last, like since I've been in high school almost. Like I remember when I was in high school at one point, I just got together with friends and we just literally like marathon movies and ate candy. I remember when I was.
You didn't trick or treat?
I haven't trick or treated in a year. Nah, I never was that into trick or treating, which is a weird thing. Like, cause when I was a small kid, my parents were very like, people are weird. They put like razor blades and stuff in candy. So nope.
Yeah.
So sometimes my mom will take us to like the community center or the mall or something, and we'll get like whatever candy that like a business had until like 6 or 7 o'clock. But like that wasn't real. Like, you know, I've never done the going around the neighborhood trick or treating.
I remember there was one Halloween where I went trick or treating in my neighborhood, and I was with my cousin, and my boyfriend at the time lived in a neighborhood not too far from mine. And we convinced my aunt to take us to that specific neighborhood to trick or treat. And then we bolted. Like she was like, oh, I'll just walk like a little bit behind you guys. You know how it's like supposed to be. Too old to be trick or treating, but like whatever.
Yeah, I just left.
And the second I knew we were like not that far from his house, I ran. And I think I just like made out with him for a little bit. And then I like ran back to my aunt.
She didn't have anything
Wild.
To say?
No.
Oh.
She really didn't. She was a real one.
You think she knew?
Probably.
That's funny.
Because the second I was done, I was like, all right, let's go back home.
Wait, just what about the kid?
What about the rest of these houses?
Yeah, whatever.
That's fine.
This is the house that matters. This house got all the sugar.
Good times. Good times. I was a devil.
Were you dressed as a devil, or were you just speaking?
No,
like,
I was the devil. Like I was dressed in red and I had like the little ears and stuff.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was cute. So I wanted to. So you are looking forward to Halloween? Is that your? You said it was your.
That's my number 2 right now.
What's your number 1?
My number 1 is Christmas. Yeah, okay. and it's hard.
Like
to,
every other normal person in the world. If Christmas isn't your number 1, fight me. Because what else possibly could be?
What if the person's just a Jehovah's Witness and doesn't do holidays?
Oh. What if they're Jewish?
or yeah, they don't, for whatever reason with their religion, because Christmas is supposed to be a pretty big religious thing.
Right.
You know.
But is it really?
I mean, if you believe in it, it is. If you practice
but you don't. It doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't have to be, for sure. Like you could Christmas.
What do you think the odds are? Do you think there's more people celebrating it for its religious purposes than there are people who celebrate it?
I think there are more people who will say they're celebrating it for the religious purposes than not, but the reality is they aren't really like doing it. You know what I mean? Right, like if you ask the average person, they'll probably be like, yeah, like my family, we go to church in the morning and, you know, like we pray the night before and we, you know, but realistically they aren't really like doing the thing, you know? I mean, I like Christmas just because like I like getting together with my family sometimes. I like the amazing food. Like I like eating all the stuff.
It's the best. I like putting out all the decorations because we have a lot. Yeah,
my mom goes crazy on decorations and it's fun. It just feels nice. Like after, I don't know, I don't know. It just feels
and
good.
And the tree
like,
and the light it gives off, and you can like only have the tree on and nothing else. And
right.
Like, it just feels so warm.
For sure. Yeah, you come in the house. Like my mom,
because it's 90 degrees out. We're in Texas.
My mom does her Christmas theme every year is snowman. So after several years of doing this, she's accumulated so many snowmen, like a ridiculous amount of snowmen. So everywhere you look in our house, you're gonna see 1 or 2 little snowmen somewhere here or there.
That's cute.
And that's just, but it feels nice. And you know, we have like we go and we get like a real tree.
Yeah.
When I was younger, we used to go to this place called the Christmas Tree Farm, and it was cool because during like October, they grew pumpkins for some reason. So they grew pumpkins during October. Like it was a whole like
for some reason.
I know, right? It was an entire farm where like you go and we would like they had like little games and stuff, and like it was like a little carnival kind of. Mm-hmm. But then you also we would ride on these like hay. It was like a tractor pulling a cart with some hay on it. Mm-hmm. So we would ride that out like into the whatever for a while, and then we'd go and we'd pick out our own pumpkin, and we do the same thing for Christmas, and it was great. But it you know, when I got older, I realized how expensive it was, and I guess my parents were not about it anymore. So the last couple of years, they just bought it from like Kroger or Walmart or whatever. But
do you carve them?
The pumpkins?
Yeah,
we did when we were younger. Yeah.
Okay.
We carved them. Yeah, we carved them. now we haven't done that in a while because my mom's like super fizzled out on Halloween. Like she doesn't care about it no more.
Yeah.
That was like when we were a really little thing.
That's fair.
But like even now, Christmas is her thing too. She loves it, and so do I. And like it's weird because in winter me and my mom kind of both get like a little bit like depressed. Kind of it's just a thing, and it usually picks up for me closer as we get closer to Christmas. But once I'm like really close, like probably within like 3 weeks, it's just a 180. Like I feel amazing. I'm like, dude, I can't wait till Christmas. I'm counting down the days. I'm watching like all the Christmas specials and it's beautiful. I love it so much. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I remember one year I went on this really cute like is honestly, and I mean I'll just say it, probably the cutest date I've ever gone on ever is there was one year here in Houston, they at the Houston Zoo or whatever at the zoo.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
they do Christmas lights. Like they I guess they put away the animals. I don't know what they do with them, whatever. But like at night, they do this huge like light show all throughout the zoo, and that was the cutest date I ever went on. That also felt like the first like real like I don't know. It felt like the first real date I went on, but that was just so like truly real. Like I went on other ones before then, but they were all just kind of generic or whatever. That was the first like special, really cute thing I've ever done, and it was so fun. Like it was amazing. I loved it. I need a girlfriend so I can do that again this year. Like I just want.
Or we could go all as friends.
Sure, no, for sure. It'll be cute anyway. Absolutely. Absolutely, it'll be cute anyway.
I took an oath, which means I'm not gonna have any dates. For
I think that I think you're confused. So
right, okay. I heard myself. I got it. Yeah.
Right. I mean,
I can just go on. I can just have a date.
If that's how you want to see it, there's nothing wrong with that. Like you can use dates for whatever you want. If you want to if you don't want to go on a date because you're not gonna have sex, you don't have to. But I mean, you don't have to. Like,
that's where I realized I love giraffes. At the Houston Zoo lights.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's one of the few animals that you can like actually see.
Yeah,
there's
they're
like
still there.
They have them. Yeah. And I remember like seeing them, and I don't know what it was, man, but I was like, wow, these are real.
Man.
Like, damn, they really out here. They're really that big, and like the babies were there, and I was like, wow.
You know what? This year, I haven't done it in a couple years. I'm gonna buy some like cool ass Christmas sweaters, and I know that sounds like weird, but
I have one Christmas sweater.
I had like 3 or 4 of them from a couple years ago. Like I remember I had one that was really cool. That was like it was just a blue and gray one. I had one that was like gray and black. Like they're all striped and kind of Christmassy themed. But
I have one that has the frog on the unicycle.
Aww.
And it says, "Here come that boy."
Oh.
And then in the background it just says, "Oh shit, what up?" over and over again.
Yeah. So no, I want some Christmas sweaters this year for sure. I think that'd be cool. I'm gonna buy some, but like not obnoxious over the top, like you can see trees and stuff. I just want some like still stylish, but just kind of like
I want some
stylish sweaters. I guess that's what I mean.
Yeah. No, I want to go in the opposite direction. I want like
just go all out.
Yeah, like some. Maybe I gotta start thrift shopping now for them. Like some old like something your grandma would wear, something you'd see in a movie from like the. You
want to have an ugly sweater contest?
Maybe.
Not just with me, but like you want to get some friends together and do an ugly sweater contest.
Just between the two of us.
I was like, you're gonna win. I can't.
Yeah,
I don't
that'd
know
be
how
fun.
to do it. Maybe we'll see, but
I feel like it has to be a rule though. You have to make it because then it's.
Yeah, if you buy it,
I feel like
cheating.
It's like whoever
is
willing to spend the most money is probably gonna win. Which
sure.
Isn't really fair.
Well, you could say that about making it too, because whoever goes through the effort of like buying the ugliest Christmas
but it would be
lights
cheaper.
And like, yeah, for sure. But yeah, for me, my top 2 right now are Christmas, Halloween. Like I said, New Year's is a close. Yeah, it's close, but I've been talking too long.
I don't get that hyped for Thanksgiving. I don't understand.
Same.
Because it's just food, right?
Right. And
like,
I mean,
that's all there is to look forward to.
As much as I love eating, I'm not even the biggest fan of Thanksgiving food. Like, and maybe this is just my house, but like, I do like turkeys a lot, and I love it when we fry turkeys. But like, that's it. Like I'm not crazy about.
Well, actually, no. I mean, I like the food because we rarely do turkey. We haven't done turkey in years. We usually do like tamales or like, I don't know what we did last year. Probably tamales. I don't know. I don't look forward to Thanksgiving.
No,
really
Thanksgiving's just whatever.
It's to me, it's like a placeholder where it's like Christmas. I still can't take down them like Halloween autumnal decorations. Oh my god! But the second this fucking day is over, the tree goes up, baby. Like for the second,
for sure.
The night of, I'm like, let's start packing this shit up.
Well, I guess another reason I just thought about another reason I'm not so stoked for Thanksgiving, because when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of Black Friday, and having worked 101 retail jobs, the only jobs I've ever had are retail jobs. Black Friday, it's always been like a money shitty maker. Night. Yep.
Yeah.
Night, day, whatever you want to call it, like it's always been a thing.
You know what though? New Year's is up there for me too, because I have a feeling it comes for me. No, I guess it would be have the same order. I don't think it tops Halloween.
Like I said, for me, it doesn't top Halloween yet, only because it's relatively new. Like when I was like coming up as a kid and teenager, New Year's was just whatever. Too. It was always whatever to me. But like being grown now, New Year's is like New Year's is the optimism that I carry with me through like to start off the year and like through at least half the year, like all the way up through July pretty much, like I have. And
New Year, new me.
For sure. And as much as that's a joke, like we talked about this before, like, so I'll just ask you, do you really like, what do you think about New Year's resolutions? Like love
them. And I hate everybody who clowns people for having them, because it's such a fucking like let me have something to look forward to. Let me have like wrong with that. Ambitions, right?
There's nothing wrong.
And if I choose to start them January 1st, then that's me, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I don't see the difference between being like, you know what, this year I'm gonna go to the gym, and like in October being like, you know what, I'm about to start going to the gym. If somebody like if somebody comes to you right now and is like, yo, like one of your friends or your family members like, yo man, I'm trying to start going to the gym, you'll probably be like, oh, good for you. But if they tell you, oh yeah, my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna start going to the gym, why would you look at them sideways? It's the same thing. Like I
can kind of understand why it's frustrating when it's like let's say someone came to you and were like, oh yeah, I would start working out, but I'm just gonna start New Year's, because then it's like,
but you could start. I get it.
You can start now. I get that, but when people like, sometimes I see people make fun of people for having resolutions like, oh, this year I want to stay like really organized. And it's like, you couldn't do that. And it's like, let people enjoy what they're going to enjoy.
I was about to say, there's nothing. To me, it comes down to just like, let people live, bro. Like, like no, even if you can look at the person and you just know like, oh, they're not going to follow through with this. Who cares? Like, just let them. Because I don't know, like I said, for me, it's my form of optimism that carries me through like a good, like if New Year's wasn't a thing, if like Christmas ended and then I just had to go in January, like just as a whatever month plus your birthday gets me through too. But like if it was just, you know, that, I'd be like, dang, this is really like, it'd be kind of sad. I'd be like, because like I said, I get kind of a little bit like borderline depressed during winter, just because like the lack of sun, and you know, like that's just the whole thing, right? And so if New Year's is a thing that like, it gives me like hope. It just gives me something to look forward to. And also, I don't know, it's like a easy way to like make go. Like, why not? You know?
Why not?
Why not? Who cares? Like, I don't know. People are kind of mean, but I also just love New Year's recently because, like I said, it's just been a lot of fun the last couple of years. Like last year, I went with my friend downtown and we went to this like really big club and they did like a whole like countdown thing. That was fun. I think the year before last, like I went to some party. Like it's just been a lot of fun. And so if this year is also really fun and I do some really cool stuff, then New Year's will officially probably top Halloween for me. Unless I go hard for Halloween, and that's the thing about it's hard because I've gone hard for Halloween more years than I have for New Year's.
Okay, let's put it this way: I look forward to New Year's longer than I look forward to Halloween.
Yeah, no,
Halloween I get excited maybe like a month to Halloween.
This is probably the
New
earliest.
Year's, I'm excited in August. I'm like, bitch, we're not that far off.
Literally, yeah, no, for sure. My birthday's in August, and as soon as my birthday's over, I'm like, all right, let's
ready for the new year.
New year, new me. Let's go. Like I'm ready for it. Yeah, let's get it. But for, like you said, for Halloween, this is the earliest out I've ever been excited, because normally Halloween doesn't even register to me as a thing until like the very end of September, like 31st, October 1st, and I'm like, okay, Halloween, let's go, you know. And when I was younger, I used to look at Halloween as a placeholder till Christmas, but now I'm like, no, Halloween can be pretty fun. For sure. I noticed, I realized talking about it now, holidays are a lot more fun as an adult where I can like plan my own things and buy my own stuff and like party how I want to, you know. Do you care about any of the holidays like middle of the year, like Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July? I'm also wrong. I think isn't Memorial Day in September. I'm stupid, but whatever. I just associate it with like holidays before. Like basically like if you're in between New Year's and October, like you don't really matter as far as a holiday goes. Sorry.
I kind of fuck a little bit with 4th of July. I like fireworks. That's about it though. I'm not really like a patriotic hoe.
I'm not gonna lie. If anybody really like, I feel like 4th of July, the few like really times I've had like amazing barbecue, it was probably around 4th of July. So if you really talking about some like killer barbecue, I'll talk about it. I'll mess with it.
The typical stuff is kind of like the beach is packed. We don't even have a pretty beach to begin with. Like, it's just, it's something about it's not. I don't know. And then it's so fucking hot here.
Yeah, 4th of July, you just want to stay home and sit in an ice tub, like a tub of ice. Like you don't.
Yeah, genuinely.
Yeah.
And there's no other holiday. Actually, for me, and I'm so.
What you got?
Spring break.
Oh, spring break, baby!
Spring break, not a holiday, but we're gonna treat it as one.
Oh, for sure. I haven't even like taken school super seriously in like years, but spring break every year is still
every year. Lit. Spring break is still
lit.
Yeah.
I hope we're still doing like lit spring break stuff when we're like 32. Like I don't care. Like
it's why I'm going into teaching. Truly.
So you could have it
just
off and just still
be. Break.
No, spring break's awesome for no apparent reason other than like.
Yeah.
It's just to me, like spring break, if I'm being realistic, spring break is my excuse to go on to try and go on a trip. That's what spring break is. It's like if the rest of the year I'm just going to sit my, broke lazy stuff at home, spring break, I'm going to at least try like a road trip or to go do something like.
We should do Austin again this year.
Oh, that was so great. That was that was the best spring break I've ever had.
Yeah, we should do it. We should plan it ahead of time. Like we always say we will, and then.
We did pretty good that time actually.
Yeah, but this time we gotta like plan
Well,
before all the places get taken up.
You don't like the place we were? I thought the place we were at was cool.
But
we could do better.
Were also,
we could have did better.
We
definitely could have did better. You're right. Yeah. We got like a. You're right. We probably have like a better pick of the litter if we go ahead of time. I say we start really talking about spring break in January.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Everybody's just listening in on our plans. If you don't get an invite. Sucks because we're planning pretty far ahead. So
okay, I meant like us in our just us talking about our plans. I don't mean come on here in January like, all right guys, so this is where we're doing spring break. Like that'd be kind of
I'm not, bitch. I wish you would. If I book the place in January, I'm gonna come on the podcast just to brag about it because it's gonna have to be a great place. Okay. Do you remember those? There were some beautiful houses I was looking at.
Yeah,
I just gotta get money.
I mean, we got a while. We'll get money eventually.
Right. Right.
Maybe our show will take off.
Yeah, maybe it will.
I'm trying to think any other honorable mention. Spring break's a good one. I don't know how I forgot about that.
Yeah.
There's a couple birthdays here and there that I do like. I love it.
Birthdays are.
They're not holidays, but for that one individual person, they can be.
Work never gave me no fucking birthday day off, so.
That's true. I gotta ask for it and I don't get paid.
I gotta ask for it. I gotta hear lip if it falls on like a weekend.
Exactly. Well, we really need you on this. Like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll just cancel National Dominic Day. Like,
it sucks though because if you ask for it in advance, like a responsible adult, and they don't give it to you, you look like an asshole calling out.
Yeah.
And I'll take looking like an asshole, but it's like they know.
I asked like months ahead, like, look, you know what this is. Don't even play.
Call them like, oh, I'm sick.
And then they look back at the calendar. Dang, I forgot to give. But they can't say anything because they forgot to give it to you off. So like, they know what it is and they can't get mad.
I guess so.
I don't know.
That's it for this week, though.
Yep, part 1 of the Spoopy Spectacular Show. Like, this is it. We're not gonna do this every week. There's like freaking a million weeks left till Halloween, so we're not gonna do it every week. We're just gonna do it like periodically. We'll let you know when part 2 comes up. You'll hear it. That's when that is.
Yeah. So just listen out. And if you have anything you want to ask us about regarding Halloween,
go for it. Yeah. I love Halloween questions. That brings me to another thing I was going to say, actually. So I thought it would be fun if anybody is listening, and I know we got a lot of dedicated week to week listeners. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. It's great. If any of y'all have any actual specific topics that you want us to and it doesn't have to be Halloween, any related to anything particular, just anything legit, you think it would be cool if we talked about, or you want us to, hit us up on Twitter or Instagram at DS Degrees. I'm always down for it. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I'm saying specifically for this next episode, anything y'all want us to talk about. Can't promise it'll be a main topic because if we don't have a whole lot to say about it, we're not going to force 45 minutes out of nothing,
Yeah.
But legitimately, even if we have to make it a short thing, yeah.
And if there's any questions you ever have about either one of us, I don't know, some generic ass shit, what we're up
What's
to.
your favorite color? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I go back and forth. I'm a big fan of blue, sometimes orange.
I've been red my whole life, but lately I've been kind of feeling a little bit of silver and a little bit of purple. I don't know why.
Oh, silver.
I know.
What a twist.
I know. What a Leo thing to
Didn't
say.
expect that. I was a big fan of yellow for a while, but then I don't know. Yellow's been getting on my nerves a little bit lately.
For sure. But yeah, no, real talk though. Yeah, if you don't have anything in school, we'll just do what we normally do. Not a big deal. But if anybody has anything in particular you want us to talk about, you can leave it as a comment on YouTube if you want, or hit us up, DM us directly on either Instagram or Twitter at DS Degrees.
And our YouTube, iTunes, and Instagram and Spotify. Yeah,
we're on Instagram too, but you listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube.
D's don't get degrees.
D's don't get degrees. Yeah, you just search D's don't get degrees, and we're there.
Butchered that.
For sure. And well, we're done this week though. We will see y'all next week. This is Dominic.
This is Jessica.
Signing out. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.